Randy here from genConnect, joined by Dean Kamen, whose passion project at the moment is a organization called FIRST. Can you tell us a little bit more about FIRST?
FIRST is an acronym for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. Lots of people are aware these days that kids in this country, particularly women and minorities, are falling pretty badly behind in math and science their potential competitors in the next generation's global competitive environment. And I think a lot of people think it's bad teachers, bad school, bad this, bad that. I don't think that's what it is. There's a lot of great teachers out there. We have more resources and more schools and more books and more computers and more internet than anybody in the world. What we have in this country is not a shortage of anything. It's an excess of things. We have so much emphasis in our culture on sports and entertainment that almost all the role models kids get to see come from Hollywood or the NBA or the NFL. And particularly young kids, and particularly women, are given in all the cultural cues in America the idea that science and engineering, that's not for girls, and it's boring and it's hard and you need a special skill. And I said if we could take science and math and engineering and put it in a format that kids love, sports. If we could create a double elimination tournament in which kids from all over the country get together and they don't get grades like they do in class, it's aspirational, it's after school. They bring the cheerleaders and they bring the school bands and they get recognition and trophies for building robots with world-class mentors from industry. And we started this program 20 years ago, and I convinced 23 companies to adopt 23 local schools from all over the United States, and they all got together for our one event at the end of their 6-week build season. It's a short season like every other high school sport. And at the end of the 6 weeks, they all came to one event in Manchester, New Hampshire. It's grown so steadily over the last 21 years that I'm happy to tell you this year we have 23,000 schools. We have 93,000 volunteer mentors. We have 140 universities that are sponsoring these teams. And we have throughout the country, throughout March Madness, 8, 9, or 10 cities per weekend in March, 60 of them. 60 cities across the country having their events. And then in April, our championship is in a 76,000-seat domed arena in the middle of the country in St. Louis. And on April 27th, you'll see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of teams from 64 countries competing in this competition. But the goal of the competition is not in 6 weeks to teach kids math or science or engineering. It's in 6 weeks to show them that if it's in the right context, math and science and engineering and problem solving is every bit as much fun, every bit as exciting, every bit as rewarding, and way more likely to lead to great careers than bouncing a ball.
Is there a Tim Tebow of innovators out there at the moment?
So we have some dynasty teams that have been at it 21 years, but we have so many new rookie teams every year that there's not 1 or 2 or 3 teams that win every year. But certainly as teams get more sophisticated in every regional, every one of these 60 regionals, there's that team that everybody's trying to beat because they did a great job last year. But we have thousands of superstars from 3,500 corporate mentors and sponsors that are adopting these schools all over the country, and they're changing kids' lives, they're changing what they think about their own futures, and they're going to change the culture that will hopefully put America back in a place where we lead the world in innovation.
And there's first.org, correct, to learn more information about FIRST?
Yeah, if you just go to usfirst.org, or since guys like Sergey Brin and Larry Page are great supporters of ours, you can conveniently just go to Google and hit the word FIRST and hit enter, and the first thing you always see is us.
At Google. And GE too, we can't thank them enough for having us here today. For more videos of Dean, you could visit genConnect, and I'm going to get Dean's autograph right after this.